Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back with box number 2 of Ravnica Allegiance. Alright, let's get right into it. Have you guys seen enough of this yet? Have you played enough of it yet? I'm curious, what is your favorite guild so far out of this set? Now, I don't mean what is your favorite guild overall as a whole. I mean, what have you been playing out of this set that you've been finding is the best guild? That's what I want to know. Let me know below in the comments what you think. Like, have you been enjoying Rakdos? Have you been enjoying Orzhov? Have you been enjoying Gruul? Which guild do you think is the strongest? I would like to know. So let's get right into things. We've got a Clamor Shaman, a Frilled Mystic, Macabre Mockery, and our first rare is a Verity Circle, with an Orzhov Guildgate and a Beast token. Good old Beastie Man. We've got that Gate Colossus, Clear the Stage, Tower Defense, and Priest of the Forgotten Gods, or Priest of Forgotten Gods, I should say. Let's see. What's next? What are we hoping to see out of this box? I don't even know, to be honest. Sunder Shaman. We've got Carnival and Carnage. There you go. And, ooh, an Ethereal Absolution. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a good card. I like that Ethereal Absolution. I'm probably going to build some sort of deck with that. Now, whether it'll be a token deck or whether it'll be just a white weenie type or something like those, something along those lines, I don't know. Electro Dominance. It's like a $4 or $5 rare, I believe, something along those lines. I don't know where exactly it's sitting in the value thing, but it's a good card. Instant burn for X is pretty nice. Clear the Stage again. Sphinx of New Frav, Gates Ablaze, and Font of Agonies. Little enchantment that lets you remove blood counters. Alright, we haven't hit any foils yet. Silhanan Wayfinder, Clamor Shaman, Rumbling Ruin, and Lumbering Battlement. This is good for a little white weenie deck, for sure. Get to pop all your early drops onto that guy, make him bigger, and then when he dies, all your little dudes come back. Skatewing Spy, Rhythm of the Wild, very good card. Essence Capture, and Bedevil. Pretty good removal spell. Get to go and just destroy something, whether it be an artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Pretty nice. Ooh, here we go. We got Trollbred Guardian, Cavalcade of Calamity, Swirling Torrent, and ooh, our first Shockland from the box, Godless Shrine. Pretty nice. And we get a foil. A foil Azorius Guildgate. Woo! Good old Guildgates. My friend Tony will be super stoked that I can send him another foil Guildgate. Right? Right, Tony? I know you're watching. I know you're watching. Zertar Goblin, Vindictive Vampire, Junk Troller. This card's a lot of fun. I actually played a deck with High Alert in it, and I grabbed a couple of these, and holy moly. People will go, oh, that's a 6/6 now. And I go, yeah, it's a 6/6 for 4. And they're like, huh. Nikya of the Old Ways, little 5/5. The Junk Troller is also really cool because, like, I think I was talking about it. I want to put that into a commander deck with Grenzo. I think it's Grenzo, right? Because he plays cards off the bottom of your library, and that card puts cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library, which seems pretty good. Troll Guardian, Consecrate, Consume, Tower Defense, and Warrant and Warden. Making a 4/4 Sphinx is pretty strong and limited, let me tell you. I mean, If they have the removal for it, they have the removal for it. But if they don't, you have a 4/4 Vigilance Flying Sphinx, which is pretty nice. 'Tis pretty nice. Screaming Shield. Incubation and Incongruity. Wall of Thoughts. And Gutter Bones. Good old Gutter Bones. Who doesn't like little skeletons and zombies that can come back from the graveyard, right? Seems pretty good. Now, it comes back to your hand rather than the battlefield, right? Which, I mean, so not as good as things like Bloodghast or Gravecrawler, but like, I mean, he only costs 1 mana to play. But he does enter the battlefield tapped, I guess. Vindictive Vampire. Shark Toe Crab. Oh no. Spire Mangler. And, ooh, we got a Kaya, Orzhov Usurper. That's our first Kaya from this set, so I'll take it. Very nice. And we did get a foil. So our first mythic from the box is a Walker, which is pretty nice. And we got a foil Orzhov Enforcer, which is pretty nice. The Orzhov Enforcer is actually a really good card. Very good in Limited as well, because it's a 1/2 for 2 with Death Touch, but it also has Afterlife. So here's High Alert, which is the card I was talking about. It's essentially just like for your Arcades deck. Just another way to turn on Arcades' ability of allowing your defenders and stuff to get in. We had a Drill Bit there, and then we've got a Carnival and Carnage. And our rare is Teysa Karlov. 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers in additional time. Creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. Seems pretty good. It's really meant for your Afterlife triggers, but I'm sure that there are lots of things that can be used and abused with the fact of triggering your death things twice. Bullrock Clan Crusher, Trollbred Guardian, Dovin's Acuity, and Incubation Druid. Nice little 0/2 for 2 that basically can be a mana ramper, because when you have 5 mana, you adapt it 3, and then he adds more mana to 2. So it's add 1 mana of any type that your land control proceed. If Incubation Druid has a 1/1 counter on it, you add 3 mana of that type instead. So goes from making 1 mana to making 3 mana, which is pretty nice. Pitless Pontiff, very good. Nice little Aristocrats card. Terramander, Knight of the Last Breath, and Seraph of the Scales. All right. Another, it looks like we're getting some sweet Orzhov mythics in this box. So we got Seraph of the Scales to go with our Kaya. And our rare, or our foil, is a Persistent Petitioners. Someone out there looking to foil out a Persistent Petitioners deck? Let me know, I guess. That would be funny, right? Like someone building a Persistent Petitioners deck and just foiling all of them if they can. Like that would take a lot, because you have to get so many foils of that. There's probably only so many in existence. Gyre Engineer, Sky Tether, Spire Mangler, and Zagana, Utopian Speaker. Remember when Zagana was the Prime Speaker? I remember. I remember when Zagana was the Prime Speaker. This card is sweet though, and in Limited it's super hard to answer if you don't have something for it right away, because it comes out for 4 and then it draws a card for each other creature with a 1/1 counter on it. I should say it draws a card if you control another creature with a 1/1 counter on it, right? But then each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has trample, which is pretty sweet. So it's essentially like the troll, only in rare form. And its adapt is 6, but it adapts for 4, so it goes from being a 4/4 for 4 to an 8/8 for 10, which is pretty crazy. All right, we got Enraged Ceratok, Scrabbling Claws, Spirit of the Spires, and Pestilent Spirit. This card's a lot of fun to play as well. A little 3/2 for 3 with Menace and Death Touch. The cool thing about Menace Death Touch is that if they block it with 2 things, you're killing both of them, no matter what. So you're basically 2 for 1ing them with Pestilent Spirit if they block, which is pretty nice. Now that being said, they can block Pestilent Spirit with, some junk things like some 1/1s, but like at the same time, sometimes you gotta make some sacrifices, right? Pitless Pontiff, Gate Colossus, Cry of the Carnarium, and Absorb. Good old Absorb. Can't complain about that, can you? And we got a Gruul Guildgate with a human token. All right. We've got a Depose and Deploy. We've got a Regenesis and a Forbidding Spirit. And our rare is a Tithe Taker. This card's a lot of fun too. Little 2/1 for 2. It says during your turn, spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more. And abilities that they activate cost 1 more as well. Right? And then it has Afterlife 1. So if it dies, you get a little 1/1 flyer out of it. Doesn't stymie them as much as like Thalia does or something like that, but it still can get really annoying for your opponent to like counter your spells and things, which is pretty nice. Enraged Ceratok, Cult Guildmage, Junk Troller, and Mesmerizing Benthid. So there you go, nice little 4/5 for 5 that comes in with 2/0/2 illusions, and then it has hexproof as long as you control an illusion. And whenever this creature blocks a creature, that creature doesn't untap. So we're up to 3 mythics now, which is pretty nice. 3 mythics, and we're about halfway through the box. 3 mythics, and we're halfway through the box. Well, just over halfway. Depose and Deploy again. Sylvan Wayfinder. Sphinx of the Guild Pact. And Cindervines. Little 2 mana enchantment, red and a green. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Cindervines deals 1 damage to that player. Pay 1, sacrifice Cindervines, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Cindervine deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. It's a nice little way to like put your opponent off of being like an instant sorcery counterspell type deck. They gotta take damage whenever they do that kind of stuff. Dagger Caster, Smelt Ward Ignis, Clan Guildmage, and a Blood Crypt. Number 2 on the Shockland list. Boom, got there. And a foil Growth Spiral. Well, that's pretty nice. Growth Spiral is seeing a lot of play in Standard right now because it is just a very good card. So having a foil of it is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I don't know what its value's at, but it's probably over $1, I would imagine. All right, what do we got here? High Alert, Terramander, Knight of the Last Breath, and Rampage of the Clans. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments for each permanent destroyed this way. Its controller puts a 3/3 Centaur into play. I was talking about this with one of my buddies the other day, and I was like, it'd be interesting to play that in like in a deck where you're like the enchantment or artifact deck, and you play it as a way to basically just like widen your board. Because it's instant speed, so at the end of your opponent's turn, you can play that, blow up all your enchantments, have an army of 3/3s, and then just be like, I kill you because you have like 4 blockers, but I have 12 dudes to attack with. Right, like, be interesting. Galloping Lizrog, Wilderness Reclamation, Code of Constraint, and Awaken the Erstwhile. Awaken them. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Sorry. Just some death clock coming out there. My apologies. Bankrupt in Blood, Sentinel's Mark, Orzhov Enforcer, and Precognitive Perception. Nice little draw a card, instant speed, but if you cast it on your main phase, you get to scry 3 and then draw 3, which is pretty nice. All right, we've got Sphinx of New Frav, Prov or whatever. Light Up the Stage, which I didn't realize, but this is like, so you exile 2 cards off the top of your library, and until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. So if you play this on your turn for 1 mana, you still get all of next turn to play those cards. So you don't even have to play them this turn. You can play them next turn still, which is pretty nice. Collision and Colossus. Little split card there. And our rare, hey, a Hydrocrassus. We'll take it. That's a nice little hit. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. 4 mythics. 2 shocklands. No foil rare yet. No foil rare yet. But who knows? Maybe we'll see it. Eyes Everywhere. Blood Mist Infiltrator. Code of Constraint. And Biomancer's Familiar. Little 2/2 for 2. Lets you move some counters around. or not move, but it says the next time a target creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no 1/1 counters on it. Oh, it allows you to adapt creatures again, even though they might have already have 1/1 counters, which is pretty nice. Rhythm of the Wild, very good enchantment for Gruul. Minstrant of Obligation, Resolute Watchdog, and Rick's Mighty Reveler. There it is. Nice little draw card mechanic for Rakdos. I mean, red-black aggro needs ways to draw cards late game, right? So we've got to Light Up the Stage, Syndicate Guildmage, Tin Street Dodger, and Amplifier. But not the way that you would normally spell it. Like, not like an amplifier like for your sound system, but like amplifier as in like it's fire. And it's amplified fire. Yeah. Those words. Those words together exactly. I don't know. Listen. It seems like they like maybe they let someone from like the unstable R&D team kind of like sneak in to this one and put a few puns and things into things. Frilled Mystic, Bankrupt in Blood, Fireblade Artist, and Gruul Spellbreaker. Nice little 3/3 for 3 with Riot. And it says as long as it's your turn, Gruul Spellbreaker, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have hexproof, which is pretty nice. And we get a foil here, a foil Root Snare. So we're still missing that foil rare. And I think we should be like probably due for at least one more shock. I think 3 is the average. I think I mentioned that in the last box. I would say that 3 is probably about the average. Mystery of Obligation, Combined Guildmage, Wilderness Reclamation, and Bedeck and Bedazzle as our rare. So there you go. +3/-3 or destroy target non-basic land. Bedazzle deals 2 damage to that opponent or planeswalker. And we got another foil, but it's not a foil rare. Sunder Shaman. So we're up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 foils now. So I would say like 7 foils is probably about average, I think. I think that's what we got like 7 or 8 in the last box. And I did open up a bunch of boxes for my LGS as well. And it looked like that was about the average. Consecrate, Consume, Angelic Exaltation, Syndicate Guildmage, and Glass of the Guild Pact. Alright. 4 packs left. Do we think we can find another Mythic or another Shockland? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just like dust. Weird. Super weird. Shockdo Crab, Gateway Sneak, Sentinel's Mark, and another Mythic. There it is. Ravager Worm. It's not like one of the top-end Mythics or anything like that, but I will take it because it's a 4/5 for 6 that has Riot, and it says when a Ravager Worm enters the battlefield, choose up to 1. Ravager Worm fights target creature you don't control. Destroy target land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. So you can blow up like the Archways that let them draw cards. You can blow up like Field of Ruins that like blow up lands. You can blow up all of the flip lands that do stuff, like making tokens and things, like Legion's Landing and Search for Azcanta and all that kind of stuff. Angelic Exaltation, Collision and Colossus, Flames of the Raiseboar, and Mirror March as our rare. And we got a foil, Spirit of the Spires. So we're up to 7 foils, and we still have no foil rare. So we're short a Shockland, and we're short a foil rare so far. We got 2 packs left. I don't know if we're going to get there, but maybe. Gruul Beastmaster, Rakdos Firewheeler, Gatebreaker Ram, and Breeding Pool. Alright, so we hit the Shockland, but no foil. So if there's no foil in this pack, then we missed our foil rare in this box. Which can happen. You can get boxes with no foil rares in it. So let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No foil in this pack, so no foil rare in this box. Gateway Sneak, Azorius Skyguard, Resolute Watchdog, and Unbreakable Formation. So there you go. We hit a box with no foil rare in it, which is unfortunate for us. But you know, we hit that foil growth spiral, which is pretty nice. And we did hit 5 mythics, which is pretty nice. And we did hit the 3 average Shocklands, so not terrible. This box could have been a little bit better. We could have got a foil rare, which would have been, you know, a little bit nicer than getting just 7 foils that are just kind of generic. Like, we would have rather have foil rare than a Guildgate, that's for sure. But I mean, I think we did okay. I think we did okay. 5 mythics and 3 Shocklands seems pretty good. We hit a couple of like the top end rares as well, like with Electro Dominance and Bedevil, things like that. So not too bad there. Overall, not a bad box. Not a bad box. I'll take it. We got a Walker too, which is nice. I needed it for the collection, so I'll take it. Anyway, there you go. That's box number 2. Stay tuned for box number 3 next week. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. I do have a Patreon. If you want to help support the channel, there should be a link below in the description, or there'll be a link at the end of the video. You can get things like grab bags, booster boxes, bundles. Also, my shop should be up and running now. I do believe everything is good to go with it. I'm working on getting a few more things ironed out with it, but it should be working. nerdvanastore.ca. So check it out if you're looking for any singles and that kind of stuff. I ship worldwide. All my prices are in USD, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, the Patreon should give you discount codes to that as well. So that's the last couple things that I'm working on ironing out. If you can't support with a monetary value, or you're not looking to buy singles, don't worry about it. Thanks for just watching. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Mr_Bevers at Twitter. And then you can follow me there to get an idea of all the other things going on. I also stream on Twitch. I stream MTG Arena every Monday, so if you want to check out that kind of content, I do that every Monday. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.